All right, guys, so we previously, Coach Lou here from Jiu-Jitsu Dominance. So we previously just went over stuff with the, going over the hips. We just went over how to test the quads and basically we went into smashing and then retesting and what to do, change it up and to see if that's the thing holding you back. For most people, I'm telling you that's probably what it is. So remember that the hips are made up of different compartments. You have muscles in the front, muscles on the inside, muscles on the back, glutes and hammies, right? Now going into the hamstrings, a good thing to do is you can use any belt or you can use any band, your jiu-jitsu belt, whatever, it doesn't matter. One of the things you want to do is see where it is that you're actually bound up. So a good test to do is simply just take this guy right around your foot. One of the prerequisites is you do not want to move the other side, right? You want to bring this guy back, pull the toes back. You want to bring this guy kind of right back into where you start to feel that tension. Now for me, I'm super tight right now. I haven't warmed up. I'm always tight in my hamstrings. It's something I should be working on more. But one of the things you want to do is, a good indicator is how far can you get this to 90. And I can pull this back further without really any pain. Don't let this side move. Now, one thing you want to do that also test the adductors, without moving this side, right? Can you just drop this to the side as far as you can, whatever it is. And there's probably going to be an end range there of what you could get. But remember, one of the biggest things I've learned with the hips is HIPS, right? Hips. So there's two, it's like, a left and right side. And there's different muscles that attach to it. Now, if one side becomes tight, guess what it brings along with it? The other side, right? So the hips now become a hip, right? And you have a structure that's supposed to be two independent units that's supposed to be able to swivel back and forth and open and do various things independently on their own. That now that once one is moving back, the other one's tagging along with it because those muscles are kind of interconnected in a sense, right? Even though it's the left and right side, this side is super tight, this side's gonna drag it along with it. So just know that if you have a problem, the more you open up your hips, the probably healthier you're gonna be. Obviously, we know in jiu-jitsu talk, this is good for various guard work, right? And being able to go on the hip and be able to pull this guy all the way back, be able to internally rotate, which we'll get into that a little later. But one of the things I want you guys to be able to do is sometimes, you have the hammy that's attached behind the knee. The other side of the hamstring attaches to the other side of the hip, right? So now we're talking about a joint and a joint. Now we're talking about which side is it kind of stuck on, you know what I mean? So just like we did the other drill, this one you'll kind of need a partner, or you would need a kind of hard surface to roll out on. You literally sit on top of a foam roller or some other thing there. Or what you could do, and this is like kneading, again, you would probably need a partner or a friend or something. Literally, you can, and I've seen a lot of like Olympic weightlifters get into this kind of stuff where they have their coach stepping on their back and their head is down. Picture somebody stepping right on my back and moving their feet around, right? And whatever type of massage that's called, I have no idea. But one of the good things is this stuff is able to be worked and able to be fixed, right? So one of the things I want you guys to do is hopefully you guys can see me here, is get your average band, just like so, right? You need to stick your leg right through it, but if you see where I'm putting this deep into the crease of my hip here, right? So one of the things I want you to do is kind of hold this position here as best as you can for about a minute or so, stretching out the hammy passively, right? And then what I'd like you to do is get into 1 or 2 minutes, and then get into pulsing up, right? Pulsing right up. Try to shoot that heel towards that ceiling high, right? While this is pulling that joint capsule that way. And if you need more, kind of a little bit more tension, you just move right back. It's not gonna move your body like that. Fingers interlaced behind, right? Kind of pulse right through. Shoot that guy right to the ceiling, right? Obviously, we would do both sides here. And you really want to stretch that guy out. I'm pretty certain for most people, their hammies are tight, right? Hamstrings are tight, the quads are tight, and the hip is tight. So usually what's in the front and the back. If the front and the back is tight, the inside's gonna be tight also, right? So this is another one. A good way to test the hips excellent way for you guys to find out what's really going on down low. But you know, take care of the hips. Taking care of the hips is a big thing, because if the hip is off, I'm telling you, it trickles into your knee, then it trickles into your ankle, and then you have knee pain and you have ankle pain, or something along those lines, and you just don't realize it's just because the muscles are tight and they're pulling on the structure, right? So you guys have any questions? Let me know. Coach Lou here. So later.